The first story is about Six Flags. So, help me out, Anchi. What do we got?
They signed a deal to operate Darien Lake, Frontier City, and then some other water parks.
A few water parks, I think. Yeah. So, this came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's a little weird because Six Flags did own Darien Lake and Frontier City at one point, but they're not buying them. They're just making deals to operate these parks.
They're buying like a lease agreement or something.
Yeah.
Something like that they're buying into.
I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
Yeah, Frontier City, not great.
Yeah, both these parks, not
Darien Lake,
great.
not great.
Yeah.
They gave them up years ago. Now they're getting them back. I don't know, it's just interesting.
I guess best thing you can hope for is that Six Flags will try to push getting new rides at these parks.
Well, Darien Lake just is getting something, right, this year?
This year, yeah, some kind of Eurofighter type ride. But, you know, again, they don't own these parks, so, you know, I'm sure they can't just say, oh, well, we're going to put in this giant ride. I'm sure they have to run it by Premier, who does own them.
Yeah.
But hopefully they can, you know, push for new stuff at these places, because they don't get new things too often, although, yeah, Darien Lake is getting a coaster, 2018.
Yeah, oddly enough, and that's the year they decide to do this.
Yeah.
It's a whole weird thing. I wonder who approached who and that whole thing. But I guess whatever. I don't think though that it's a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these parks, they can't really get any worse than they are. They're not the greatest. They weren't the greatest when they were fully part of the Six Flags chain. So now they'll be more or less part of the Six Flags chain again. So it'll be interesting to see. I wonder if it'll become Superman again. Or just stay Ride of Steel.
Yeah.
I wonder stuff like that, if they'll get characters or not.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
How that's all going to pan out. Weird stuff. I just know when I heard that, it blew me away. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I had to look at it twice. Like, no, that can't be right. Something's wrong here. But also just the fact that Six Flags is purchasing anything, even if it's just leasing rights. I understand they're not buying like the land and the whole thing again. Just, okay, they're doing that well now?
I guess they got some bucks.
I mean, we're not that far removed. Was it a decade already at the bankruptcy? I guess it was longer ago than I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I guess they turned things around. Well, they're not building too many huge rides anymore, so you know, I guess that's making them financially better, but not making the parks any better. I don't know. I hope this is a good move.
Yeah. I hope it'll work out.
I guess it'll get us back to Darien Lake a little quicker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The park that's in our home state that we just never go to.
Yeah, well, it's really far.
It might as well be 3 states away. Yeah, it's so far.
Yeah.
WTFR, the most thrilling talk on the Unisphere.
Timber Falls in Wisconsin Dells closing down Avalanche and the Log Flume.
Holy shit! They're closing both of them?
Yeah, they say that they just can't afford to keep up with the maintenance.
Ooh. We did both of those.
Yeah. A bunch of years ago now.
Yeah, it was a while ago, and we still have no plans to go back, so it's like, as much as this sucks, it's like, I don't know when we were ever going to go back. That's rough.
Yeah.
So it's just going to be miniature golf.
Pretty
and
much.
Like, if they had an arcade, I guess, or batting cages or something, you know, they may or may not have. I don't remember.
Skyscraper.
Oh, that was there? That was there. Wow.
But Avalanche was a great ride. I mean, it made our top 10 wood coaster list.
That was a fun one. Gosh darn it, yeah. The only thing I could say about that is, at least we have Timbers now. Mystic Timbers is better than Avalanche ever was, so that's cool. But, I mean, that was a great little kick-ass thing. Very unique. Sad to see it go. So long, Avalanche. Okay, strap in for this next story. We got new Star Wars land details for you. What do we got?
The town you're gonna poop around in.
Oh, sorry, it's Star Wars Town. Yeah.
Yeah, the The town that you won't be able to get near for several years is going to be called Black Spire Outpost, which is a terrible name. It's just so plain.
You go as far as to say terrible.
Well, because Star Wars is all about making up these goofy names, and then this doesn't have any of that.
Yeah, you're right. You make that point. It's hard to argue that.
Like, what are some of these, Endor?
Endor and, what's the, Tatooine?
Yeah.
The main Luke's planet?
They couldn't make up a name like that?
Alderaan?
Yeah.
Gets blown up in the first one. The real first one. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they all had some kind of unique alien-sounding name. And then this is Black Spire Outpost.
Yeah. It doesn't fit.
Like, I guess that's not the planet name, but still, it's like, why just something so plain?
Or if you want to call it Outpost, but give it a,
The whatever planet Outpost.
Moo Outpost, whatever it is.
Yeah, right, you're right. It should have some... That doesn't even sound like Star Wars
at
that point. Yeah, it's too plain. Yeah, now that you mention that, I mean, that's not that far off from, like, X-Base. At Kings Island. It's a little more than that, but it's, like, still pretty lazy.
Yeah, it is.
Considering you have the whole Disney, like, creative team at this point behind this.
I think it's on that level. It's on that level of, like, Flight Deck and...
Yeah, it's just
like, really
very...
plain, dumb name.
Black Spire Outpost. All right, that's our new detail. That's it. I mean, it's good enough. I'm sure a lot of the fanboys just came in their pants just learning that. Black Spire Outpost. Oh, my God.
There's going to be stuff in there from the movies. I don't know. Like, you're going to see this character or this animal or something.
Well, we already knew that, didn't we?
That's not really
okay.
news.
So that's what we got? That's what we had? All right. It's enough for me.
WTFR, your home for over-analysis. Six Flags Great America. Remember their, what is it? The Giant Looper, the flat ride that they got for 2018.
Oh, that they called...
the Larson Super Loop, that's what it was. Couldn't think of the name.
Yes, it's new this year, right?
Yes.
It's the largest, like by a few feet.
Okay.
It's a little larger, I think, than any other model they put in. And it had a name that was insensitive. They had to get rid of it.
It was about, I think it was a hurricane. It was called the Hurricane or something like that?
It was called Your House Was Blown Down by a Hurricane, ha ha ha, the ride or something like that. It was very insensitive.
Oh, Hurricane Force 5.
Yes. Hurricane blew at least 5 houses in your neighborhood down 5. And then they changed it to quite a silly but kind of a fun name, the Mardi Gras Hangover.
Yeah, I like that name. I think that's really funny.
I do too. I like it. But now what? Is that insensitive too now? We gotta change it?
Oh, that's just... It's fine. It's funny. I don't know. I like it.
No, I thought that's the story, though. They're not changing the name again.
No, that's just... That was what they settled on.
Okay, good. Well, good for them. I like it. It's better than Hurricane Force 5 anyway.
Yeah, well, it fits
regardless
the theme
of real hurricanes going on, it's a better name.
Yeah, it fits the theme of the land. It's in a New Orleans section, and it's just a silly name. I like it.
It's a pun.
Yeah,
it works. It's great.
I would like to see more ride names like that.
More pun names?
That are just, silly puns.
Or just more alcohol-inspired names.
Well, that's fine, too, if you want to do that.
The Alcohol of Fame.
Yeah.
You know what? That ride gets in the Alcohol of Fame.
Yeah.
It's the first entry.
It's just...
the first one.
It's even sillier because it's not like you're having a good time. Like you're out and partying and having fun. It's like, this is the next day, and like you feel like shit.
Right, it references the negative, the downside. It references the downside.
That's good.
It really is kind of fun.
Yeah.
In a negative way. But okay.
Next news item. This isn't really news, but we did Storm Chaser at Kentucky Kingdom. That was new for 2017, right? Or 2016 even? Yeah, 2016.
Wow.
This ride's 2 years old already. But we finally got around to it. And what did you think?
Yeah, good for us. This is our personal news. I liked it. So far, Rocky Mountain can't do no wrong. Nothing but hits.
Yeah, it's a great one. Loved it.
Yeah, it's a really great ride. I think the most unique element on this one is the barrel roll first drop.
Mm.
You literally like barrel roll, you invert into the first drop and roll down. Very unique. And, you know, at this point, I don't even know why I'd even question Rocky Mountain. You know, everything they touch turns to gold. Everything they do works. It works beautifully. It's like so smooth. It doesn't jerk you around in any way. It doesn't hurt in any way. It's just perfect. It almost feels like, why isn't this on every ride? It's like, it's just such a natural element when they do it, at least.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can only imagine if Arrow would have tried it, 30 years ago. Would have just broken necks like crazy.
Yeah.
And I love Arrow, but still, just being honest. But yeah, they do it. It's flawless. It's just such an easy maneuver. And then you still get your proper drop on the second hill. Yeah,
it's funny. It's like they start the ride with what would normally be the second element. Mm-hmm. They made it the first one with that inversion. But then the second hill is just a straight drop. And it's like, they switch the first and second elements around. It's very interesting. Doesn't feel like a gimmick. Actually works.
Yeah, it's great. It's just actually what it does do is it starts to ride off with a bang.
Yeah.
Like it's no nonsense. Right off the lift, it's less of just a fan turn around. It's more of like you're getting speed for that inversion right away. Yeah. So you rocket off that drop. It's a downward spiral already, and then you just right into that inversion and down and all action. That ride's all action.
Oh yeah. A lot of air, a lot of speed.
Bunch of inversions. I lost count.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about this now. Rocky Mountain, they do not do mid-course brake runs. It's just something they don't do.
Oh, they don't bother, huh?
Which is good. I like that. Just keep it all action.
Except for the obvious right now, Colossus.
Oh, that's like a different thing, though.
It's more than that. It's a lift hill. It's a whole other hill.
Yeah.
But other than that. New Giant, the very first one, that's a long ride.
Yeah.
And it had a mid-course brake run as a Woody. I feel like they may have maintained that. I don't remember. Or flattens out to something.
Okay.
It's not worth looking it up, though.
Yeah.
But this ride didn't have anything like that, right? Just kept going?
No, just craziness.
Yeah.
Wacky tracks.
Great deal.
Mm-hmm.
Great deal. Great ride. The only other thing of note, I mean, everything else works. It's perfect, like all the Rocky Mountains so far. This one, toward the very end, has a complete helix, which I don't know that any other one has that.
Yeah.
Might be the first time they did that, too, just a complete helix. So that stood out to me. It's a great ride. Chasing storms.
Yeah, it's good for that park.
What a decision for that park, yeah.
It's way better than what was there. The Twisted Twins were terrible.
Oh, yeah.
The only thing, though, and you had pointed this out when we were there, it does make Lightning Run redundant.
Oh,
yeah. It's just like a not as good version now. Yeah,
because we did Storm Chaser first a few times, and then you Lightning Run later in the day. And yeah, when you get on Lightning Run and you realize that it's just like chances, although it came first, so they weren't ripping anybody off, but at the same time, it rides very similar to a Rocky Mountain, but not as good.
Yeah.
Not as much, at least that particular ride. Not as much bite, not as high, not as fast. It's just like a softer version with no inversions of a Rocky Mountain. And it's just like, why do you need this? It's sort of the question I had as soon as it got to the brake run. I was like, well, I don't need this ride anymore.
Yeah.
It's too similar to the similar rides. And Storm Chaser is clearly better. So it definitely steals the thunder of Lightning Run.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, so that's interesting. Yeah, but it's a great call. I don't think Ed Hart and just the general Kentucky Kingdom team at this point could have done anything better. Like, it was the perfect choice to go with the white hot company right now, the manufacturer that is Rocky Mountain, and to kill two problems with one ride. What to do with Twisted Twins, but then also what to do as our next new ride, and to do all that and get all that done. Also, the location is perfect because it's an area of the park. Now that part of the park is anchored with really the best ride there, so there's a reason for people to walk back there to pass the big Mile High Falls and maybe go on that. It's great call. I think from every angle, pretty much. And what do we think? I think overall, though, it does fall in the middle of the pack.
Yep.
Of overall Rocky Mountains that we've done so far. Not the best, but not the worst.
Right.
It's a nice solid Rocky Mountain. But again, that's not saying much. I mean, they're all great.
Mm-hmm.
They're all great rides so far. I made the analogy when we were there to the earlier days of Pixar.
Yeah.
The pre-Disney, when they were a separate company, and like they could just do no wrong. Like every movie they did for those first bunch of years was a hit. And it's like that right now. Rocky Mountain's like that. They're on that Pixar run.
Yep.
Every new
like
ride
that.
they do is a hit.
Like that. Spielberg had the same thing too.
Oh, in his time, yeah.
Where he just could not make not a giant hit movie.
Yeah, it's like that too. Perfect example. That's where they're at right now.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with Rocky Mountain.
Another quick little ride story from us.
Well, this is news, I think. We have some more news for you. Raven is a good ride. That's news. Well, I'm sorry. It's a great ride.
Yeah, we've been kind of shitting on that ride for, well, since...
Who knew?
Since we did it. First time we did it many years ago.
For years now.
But we just did it, 2018, and they juiced it up. They did something because it's so good now.
It's not just shitting to shit, but it's like we just didn't get it. We didn't understand. Yeah. And for those of you listening that might be a bit younger, maybe you don't even know what we're talking about. But like, when that ride first opened, it was a big deal, and everyone was saying how it was the best wooden coaster, and won the golden ticket for best wooden coaster for a few years in a row. But even like notwithstanding that, it was still considered the best by a lot of people for a bunch of years in like the early 2000s. It wasn't until like 2010 or so it started kind of dying out, and no one was talking about it anymore. But for so many years, everybody was like, "This is the best thing ever," and like we didn't get it. It just didn't work with us. We just thought it was kind of just okay. And then this last time we were just there recently in 2018, and I don't know, it's like that ride's been reborn or something, or maybe just I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the ride or if it's us or a combination of the two. But like it kicked ass.
Yeah.
They made Raven great again, or for the first time, or something. But they did. Like it's just awesome.
Right. It's fast, out of control ride.
Oh, so much speed, so much out of control. They like added like an 80-foot drop in the middle that like I swear was not there before. Right? There's like a giant drop now in the middle, and then all this extra speed for the second half.
Yeah. The ride's all action.
It's like longer than ever.
Yeah.
I could have sworn it was like 30 seconds, and now it was like long.
Yeah.
Or long enough.
It's like a proper length, or
Yeah,
much closer to proper length, full length.
Did we just become more agreeable? What happened?
I don't know what happened.
Because that ride was really running great. It's one of the best. Now it's like it's shaking up top 10. It's like Raven's got to be in there. It's not enough just to throw Mystic Timbers in there.
Yeah.
Like you can throw Apocalypse out. I don't know what else goes out. It really was. It was Raven is running now like the ancestor to Mystic Timbers.
Yes.
It's Timbers' father. It's Tim Timbers Senior.
Yes.
The father. Because it feels just like this happened, and then a bunch of years later Timbers happened. Like amped it up even more, like took that to the next level, because that's what it was running like. It was great. The end of it was approaching Timbers.
It really was. Yeah.
It wasn't as good, but it was getting there. It's like it's the ancestor for sure. Goddamn Holiday World. You just can't stop going.
But that is a weird thing at that park that we were experiencing, where Raven was great all of a sudden. Legend, I think, was actually about the same.
Yeah, Legend is always a kick-ass ride. Like mean ride.
Yeah. I don't know where they hide all that ride.
Oh,
I can't see any of it from any angle.
And then it's like 5 minutes long.
Yeah. Very strange. Voyager was not open, unfortunately. We couldn't re-up on that, which is really annoying.
Really unfortunate.
Yeah. But Thunderbird was really good this time, actually. They smoothed out that launch, and it just seemed more intense overall, faster. I don't know. They juiced it up a little bit. That you actually can juice up. So maybe they did.
Yeah.
They definitely smoothed out that launch, I can tell you that. But Holiday World is a little inconsistent with the ride experiences.
Yeah.
Because we were up and down with Voyage.
Yeah, it is weird, that park. It does seem like they only maintain it like once every 5 years or something. Each coaster takes a turn or something, and then it's... if you get it on a bad day or an in-between year, it's like it's not going to be that good, and then you get it later and it's great. It's a weird thing, but I think the sum total is they do have great rides, and it's like, gosh darn it, we got to keep going back.
Yeah, they really do.
In the middle of nowhere, Indiana, but it's like we gotta keep going back because they make it that the rides are good. Mm-hmm. And it's not even a full park experience. It's still a small place, but damn, those rides are kind of great. Yeah, and now that Raven has been great for the first time ever, but now it's that much more greatness there.
And I want to say that Gobbler Getaway is really fantastic. That is like a Disney level dark ride.
It's really fun.
That's up there.
Yeah, Gobbler Getaway. That friggin' park.
It's a weird one because they're just independent.
Yeah. And are they now the only free soda
They do
park
their own
left?
thing. I think so.
Oh, free soda and sunscreen.
Okay.
And balloon for the kids. No, though. You got to buy the balloons. But it's a place I want to just hate. I just want to dismiss it.
Yeah, it's
since the first time we walked in that gate.
Very strange. Yeah.
I've wanted to just dismiss that place as like just an overrated mess that I don't get. Like just banners for theme and just like right. It's but like
Scarecrow Scrambler.
Oh, silly names and
Goblin Burger.
Goblin Burgers, and they ripped off Slimer
from
the old animated Ghostbusters series when we were kids and all that stuff. But it's like you can't. It's like they got some cool stuff there, and it's fun. What can all I could do is throw my hands up. Well, shrug my shoulders. Hello World. I'm gonna go back.
Yep.
I'm not gonna deny it.
Maybe they'll expand one day.
Yeah, and we gotta do Voyage again and see what that's got to offer next time.
Yes, definitely.
Maybe they'll make Voyage great again.
Hopefully.
So yeah, Raven. Who knew? There's a great ride in there. WTFR. What the fuck? Really? Human interest time here. We have a human interest story on. Thanks for writing Early Access News. We have to give a shout out to Tom, who's in the trenches working at Six Flags Great Adventure. It's a fine fellow that I met personally. Shook his hand. He listens to our show. We have a listener. Who knew?
Who knew?
No, he's a great guy. I met him exiting Skull Mountain, of all rides there at Great Adventure. But he recognized our logo on the shirt I was wearing that day. And I got to meet him. So yeah, Tom, thanks for listening. We hope we are continuing to put out material that you like. And we hope we put out material that everybody likes. Anybody wants to hear anything, write us. We have a Yahoo email still, right?
We do.
Thanks for writing at yahoo.com. Let us know. This has been some good early access news. A little late, really, for early, but well, whatever. It's all good fun. All right, thanks for writing.